This brand extension is smart. It makes really just makes really good sense. Plus, it's done very well. Presentation's gorgeous. Great job, Laura. Love it. Okay. So good job. This is great that you got into really describing what's going on. That's fantastic. Now we come to the label. I think this is just such a good idea because the promotion as it would be marketed, I suppose, would be Mr. Clean plus Febreze or Febreze plus Mr. Clean, whichever you buy first, right? The scent or the detergent. So I would say that a common label would be a better way to go. It would create a little bit more consistency because right here you have Febreze plus Mr. Clean, right here you have Mr. Clean plus Febreze. So that's a little bit confusing. I think if the product were just, somehow one logo, Mr. Clean, Febreze, I don't know what you would do somehow, but because I think that inconsistency there is confusing. So this is a dedicated product to add to the detergent. So I can see in the grocery store, you walk up and you have the big rack, and then you have the detergent bottles on the bottom, and then you have the packages on top of the different kinds of Febreze scent to add to the detergent. And I can see there being 40 or 50 cents or whatever, right? So you walk up and you find a Febreze Mr. Clean station or promotion, and you grab yourself a couple of unscented detergents. And if you want unscented, that's great. Keep it unscented. Then you look and you see, oh, wow, we've got these different crazy, lavender and different awesome lavender and vanilla. That's an interesting one. But so that's cool, and I love it. I think it's great. Very smart. Very smart. I think the best part about this is that you're really showing an understanding. This is great. You've taken this label right here. And my first question was, okay, interesting shape label. I think it's probably going to definitely have to do with the bottle. And we come down here and we definitely see that it does. The interesting thing here is that you've applied it to the bottle. You've done your homework, so to speak, here, and your legwork, because you've actually have it applied to the bottle, and it's showing that you understand that this not only is going to be applied to a flat surface, but it's going to be adhered to a curved surface. That's an interesting way to go, and I think you did a great job showing that understanding right here. Nice work. The labels themselves, I think, the labels are good, very, very good. You've got your informational and educational or informational graphics up here. Great job, Laura, really. And then the die cut is fantastic. It really is. The one thing I would recommend is showing a production. Well, this is basically half and half because you have it labeled, but you don't have your cut lines or your fold lines. Actually, yes, it looks like you do. So that's good. It's showing the die line. What I recommend to do for final presentation usually is just to take the production die line, which shows all your your cuts and your folds and your bleed lines and all that. I've got one right here real quick if you want to take a look at it. I've got one right here. I think you've seen this, but yeah, you've got, you see you've got your cut lines, you got your fold lines, then your glue flaps and your side flaps and you're indicating your glue flaps. Okay, and that would be a production file, and then to show that on one side or on one page, then the next page show a clean file. I think that would be a cool way to go. So you would go flat file, production file, then flat file, graphics to the photographs. Okay, cool, awesome. Try to show something in your die lines. Okay, so there's a couple of surfaces here that are certainly not going to be exposed to the outer package, which means no one would know if they had inks applied to them or not, right? So remove the ink from your glue flap before you final portfolio. Not for this class if you don't have time. If you have time, that's great. But for your final student portfolio, because what it's going to do is it's going to show the reviewer or the potential hiring person that you understand that you don't, because if you apply ink to a glue flap, I mean, boy, during the life of a product, that could end up being hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not more. Just that little bit of glue on each, that little bit of ink on each package. So bear in mind, right? Glue flaps and then any unexposed surfaces. That looks great. Photograph's a little bit dark. It's a little bit It's kind of harsh. Those shadows are a little bit harsh. I would recommend reshooting these. Take a look at those links I left in the announcements area about how to shoot your work at home. You've got the idea, definitely. Definitely got the idea. I think the lighting's a little bit really harsh shadows there. You don't want it. You want really super soft shadows whenever you're shooting products. So keep that in mind. Review those links. And these mock-ups are great. I love these mock-ups. Especially that. That goes inside that, right? I'm guessing. I wonder if we shouldn't show those together somehow. I know you're not going to have a chance to mock that up, definitely, but interesting. All right, great job, Laura. Fantastic. Love it. Very good. Thank you.